Hi, I'm Terry Davies from Sociability Online Marketing Strategies, and I'm here today with Christina Quinn from Party Perfect in Victoria, BC. And today we're talking all about social media for business, and I'm hoping that Christina can give us a little bit of insight into how social media has been in her business. So how long have you been on social media?
Not very long. Just the last few months I've embraced social media. I was very anti-social media before, but realized that really important part of my business and really important part of being part of the community. And so I've learned to embrace it.
So what was it about social media that you were sort of resisting?
I had a friend tell me quite a few years ago when Facebook first came out and was first popular that, oh, it's a great way to connect with people we went to school with. And I said, well, I'm not interested in talking to someone from 20 years ago. However, many years later, now I'm eating those words. Not that I'm connecting with people from 20 years ago, but I've really learned to connect with our community.
And with your personal profile, do you accept business people to be friends with you on there, or is that really strictly for your personal use?
I love to be friends with people we're in business with. It's a great way to connect. It's still that way to still have a personal touch.
Yeah, that's awesome, because I think there's a lot of business people out there who are really a little bit reticent to allow people to be friends with them on Facebook that aren't close family and friends. So it's nice to hear that you're actually using it to kind of bridge the gap between just, you know, the professional relationship that you have with people and actually being able to have more of a personal touch. Like
it is. It's really nice because we do get to know each other through business, but we've become friends in a lot of scenarios as well, and it helps to promote other people's business. And again, putting the face with the name has been really important, and connecting that way, because you might not always be able to see that person face to face, but even though you're connected with them business-wise, we still have that personal connection.
Right. And then what about your Facebook page? How are you using that?
I've started using it to promote our events that we're at, contests, just getting people to our website, getting people to our blog. I also like to give tips on different party ideas, decorations, you know, even a do-it-yourself party if you're not wanting to use our services, or maybe, you know, you just want to do something small at home with just the family and a couple of neighbors, but just still have the ability to use some of the tips and some of the themes and parties that we use.
And are you finding that it's mostly a one-way communication, or do you find that people post things on your wall as well?
So far, I think there's been a lot of my postings, but I'm getting a lot of comments and a lot of likes, and people like what we've done. I've had a few. We did a great Easter blog on traditions around the world for Easter, and I had a few people comment that it was great because they just have young families that they are starting to form traditions, and so this was helping them decide on some family traditions.
Oh, interesting. One of the other things that I've seen that you've been doing is a little bit of Twitter.
Yes. I'm still learning, and people have been wonderful, and I'm amazed at the short time of a few months that I've really gotten a few relationships formed. I've also been able to meet some great people via Twitter. On a personal level too, I've gotten to know them, so it's been really an interesting turn of events for me to become a believer in social media, because a few months ago, no way.
So what are some of the main benefits that you would say if you're talking to business owners who are, you know, they're still not quite sold on social media themselves, and they're sitting there going like, come on, Christina, like, give us a reason why we should really get on there and spend some time on there?
I think really I had to get my head around that a lot of people looking for businesses look on social media. Whether you're a mom at home using our services, or you're just looking to connect with different businesses if you're your own business, it's really the way to go, which took me a long time to believe. And it really took me a while to get my head around I guess it really is a social aspect of it, and it really took me a while to understand that, and to really think that it is good for my business. Because really, you know, if, for instance, with our business, because our focus is on kids and events, you know, moms have children that nap, they're looking to plan the parties. This is their way of socializing a lot of times. This is, you know, sort of long gone is the Yellow Pages.
Right.
Right? So now it's Google, it's social media, And also, too, they're connected with their own friends. So if they've had a friend that has used our services or have experienced us or been at a party with us, they're going to tell their friends. And that's how they tell their friends.
Yeah, they're using social media to refer people to your
Exactly.
business now. Right. So that's important for you to be on Twitter so that if they mention you, you can actually
I can reply to the great mentions or, thanks for having us at your event. We had a couple of opportunities to be at events because I was on Twitter, where I would have never probably been associated with that. Not because I didn't want to, but because I wouldn't have known about it.
Right.
So because I was on Twitter, I was able to form some new business relationships and personal relationships from that too.
Great. Well, I really like to hear more about, how you've been using social media and hearing that you're getting some benefit from it as well. And obviously as a business owner, we're all strapped for time. So it's important that we're investing our time into things that actually do work for us. And it must be, worth your while because you're spending time on there, right?
I do spend time on there. And also, too, for a business in our economy today, we're always worried about finances and our bottom line. Social media is a really great way because it isn't expensive. It's free in a lot of cases. And this is a great way to, be part of that community and to be on there and to be really visual on and in the forefront of people's minds.
So it's great for brand awareness and top of mind awareness.
Absolutely.
And I guess you were saying as well, being in the industry for quite a while, it's important to be able to keep your customers close to you and to keep that relationship alive. So when it's time for their next party, that you're obviously going to be the person that they think of.
That's right. That's right. And social media has done that too, because again, people talk on their Facebook pages, their Twitter, or whatever other media they're part of. Definitely, after 8 years of being here, it's a refresher almost for us.
Right. And what would you say in terms of people wanting to know how much time does this take every day? What would you say you invest?
I've invested about an hour a day between Facebook and Twitter, and even researching some of the tips and party ideas that we post on our Facebook wall.
And a bit of blogging
as well. So probably about an hour a day, which really in the big scheme of things isn't a lot of time. I know you could spend a lot more time. But yeah, the hour is my investment at this time.
And there's a lot of people that are actually looking at outsourcing their social media to another company to actually update their account for them because they're thinking that as a business owner they don't have time to do it. What would you say to those people who are actually, considering that as an option?
I would say from my personal experience that it's probably not a great idea. I like that I'm the one doing it because it's my personal take on what's happening, what we're involved in. It's also my way of communicating and being on the front lines, even though I don't get to always do the fun stuff anymore. I have to be the boss and I have to be the ones that's dealing with emergencies or calling, somebody calling in sick or something. I still get to be part of that front line because I'm the one doing the posts and I'm the one being part of it. And it still makes me feel like I'm connected with that person.
Right. And I guess the other thing that might be important is that it's not just one-way communication, but people might be asking you questions as well. And, it's like answering your phone. You're careful about who answers that phone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's got to be someone who knows what they're talking about and can give the right answers to questions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Christina, thank you so much for talking to me about social media today.
Thanks, Carrie.
It's always really great to just get different perspectives from different business owners because it's a little bit different for everyone how they're using social media. And it's nice to hear that your hour a day is actually really starting to make some great connections for you and starting to pay off for your business.
It has.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see you later on the next episode of Social Media TV.